So let us come to the point and first look at the statement. Topic is law of parallelogram and the statement is given. If two vectors acting simultaneously at a point can be represented both in magnitude and direction by the adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then the resultant vector is represented both in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through the same point of intersection. So it means two vectors acting at a point like O and the vectors P and Q incline at angle theta. By the help of these two vectors, we have to complete a parallelogram like OABD. So magnitude and direction by the adjacent side of parallelogram, one of the side OA, another side OD, drawn from a point like O. Then the resultant vector is represented. This is the resultant, and this resultant vector represents direction, magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through the same point of intersection. So resultant also passes through the same point like O, and angle of inclination of resultant alpha, angle between the two vectors theta. So now let P and Q be the two vectors acting simultaneously at a point or at a body, not necessarily simply a point. Point means there must be a body. So simultaneously at a point or at a body at angle of inclination theta and represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides OA and OD of a parallelogram OABD. The resultant of vectors is represented by R, which also represents the diagonal OB. So this is the statement and this is the description of the figure. And now come to the vector addition. So according to law of vector addition, OA plus AB, because AB is parallel to the OD, so OA plus AB equal to OB. So now come to the point. According to vector addition, or according to law of triangle, or according to the law of parallelogram. So actually this is the law of vector addition. So OA plus AB equal to OB. It is also written as or OB equal to OA plus AB means OD, and hence R equal to P plus Q. So this is the sum of the two vectors P and Q. They are inclined at angle theta to each other. And now find the magnitude. So how to find the magnitude? This is the point O. Find magnitude of R, that is R mod or simply R. And to find the magnitude of R, so first produce line OA up to the point C and then draw the perpendicular BC. To find out the magnitude, produce OA up to the point C and draw a perpendicular BC on the extended part. BC on the extended part as shown in figure. And now in this situation, in triangle COB, OB, COB, OB square equal to OC square plus BC square. OC means OA plus AC. OA plus AC whole square plus BC square. This is the OB square. And this one is the equation number 1. And now come to the here. This value in triangle CAB or ACB, this value, this is the Q, so Q sin theta, and this is the Q cos theta. So in triangle CAB, cos theta equal to AC by AB. AC equal to AB cos theta. AC equal to Q cos theta. And in same triangle, sin theta equal to BC by AB, and here BC equal to AB sin theta, and then BC equal to Q sin theta. So this is the representation. This one is the BC and this one is the AC. Substituting the value of AC, BC in equation number 1, including the other things. So now putting the value of OA, AC and BC in equation 1, we get OB. This is the OB represented by R. R square equal to OA, magnitude of P. P square plus AC, Q cos theta. Q cos theta, sorry. E plus Q cos theta square plus BC, Q sin theta square, and now A plus B whole square. A square to AB B square plus Q square sin square theta, and now taking common Q square, P square to PQ cos theta plus Q square cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1, and therefore this is the expression for resultant. P square Q square to PQ cos theta. So when the two vectors P and Q inclined at angle theta, so the magnitude of the diagonal, magnitude of the vector R equal to P square plus Q square to PQ cos theta, and this is the equation number 2. And to find out the direction of alpha in triangle OCB, in triangle OCB, for direction OCB, tan alpha equal to BC by OC. BC by OC in two parts, OA plus AC. OA plus AC. Substituting the value of this one is the OC. BC equal to Q sin theta by OA P plus AC Q cos theta. So this is the expression for angle alpha equal to tan inverse Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta, equation number 3. And the equation second and third, so there must be the discussion of the different cases, so like case first and case second. So according to case 1, if theta equal to 0 degree, then cos 0 degree equal to 1. And now from equation 2 and 3 we get, so R equal to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos 0, this is the one, and then R equal to under root P plus Q whole square, and last one R is equal to P plus Q. So when the two vectors acting along the same direction, then the resultant is represented like that. So resultant is equal to simply the magnitude of P and Q. So this is the vector P, this one Q, this one is the R. So the magnitude of R equal to P plus Q when the two vectors acting along the same direction, and that is also the maximum value. So resultant or sum of the vector becomes maximum when the two vectors act along the same direction, and then R max equal to P plus Q. So this is the condition for resultant, and here alpha. So tan alpha equal to sin theta, theta is equal to 0 degree, and 0 degree is equal to 0. So therefore alpha equal to 0 degree. It means the direction of resultant also along the direction of the vectors like the P or the Q. So this represents the direction from the vector P or from the Q, and this is the resultant. Now in second case, case number 2. Case 2, if theta equal to 90 degree, cos 90 equal to 0, and then sin 90 equal to 1. From equation 2 and 3 we get, and from this equation R equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos 90. Cos 90 means 0. So simply R equal to, and therefore R equal to under root P square plus Q square. And this is the condition when the two vectors P and Q represented by R. So two vectors perpendicular to each other. So the magnitude of this equal to P square plus Q square, simply using the Pythagoras. And for alpha, sin theta 91. So this is the one, this one is 0. So tan alpha equal to tan inverse Q sin 90 by P plus Q cos 90, and this term equal to 0, this term 1, so Q by P, simply tan inverse Q by P. So in the second situation, alpha is equal to tan inverse Q by P. Alpha equal to tan inverse Q by P. So this is the direction and this is the alpha. So this is the direction when the two vectors perpendicular to each other. Now come to the case 3. Case 3, if theta equal to 180 degree, then R equal to P square Q square 2P cube cos 180 and cos 180 minus 1. So here P square plus Q square minus 2P cube. This one is simply P minus Q under root, and therefore R equal to P minus Q, or also R equal to Q minus P. If the P is the greater component, greater magnitude, then R is equal to P minus Q or R is equal to Q minus P. So the R, it can be represented also by the single notation R equal to P suitable difference Q. So if the magnitude of P greater, so the resultant along this direction. If the Q is greater, then resultant is represented like that. So this is the P and this one is the vector Q. So this is the R, and R equal to P minus Q. At this moment, this is the P minus Q, so resultant is equal to this much. And similarly Q minus P, so just opposite of the R. So R is equal to P minus Q or R is equal to Q minus P or like that. So this is the condition for minimum vector. When the two vector is, resultant of the two vector is minimum when R minimum when either vector P minus Q or R minimum Q minus P, when the vectors are anti-parallel or acting in the opposite direction. So opposite direction means this direction is like that. This one is the P, this one is the Q, but when the Q in the opposite direction, so there is the difference of the vector P minus Q, and in terms of the magnitude represented like that. So in this way, the different cases and the different facts are discussed in law of parallelogram. Thank you very much. In next class, see you again.